Aren't you done yet?
No, it takes time to be an artist. Right, hi guys. I thought I'd do a film today about again period cramps and how to try and relieve some of those cramping. So today I went back on Natural Care Wellness. I'm sure it's Natural Care Wellness. Again, I'll put the link and put a link on the description box below and put something on here. So yeah, it's 5 yoga positions to help ease period pains. Some of these I have done, some of them I haven't. I'm going to try some of them out. You might laugh at me falling over. So the 5 positions are downward facing dog, which I do, the child pose, which I do, the camel pose, which I've tried, the bow pose, which I've tried, and the reclined goddess, which I've tried. I've tried the downward dog, that's okay, and the child pose I absolutely love. I could stay in the child pose forever. It's such a comfortable position to relax and be peaceful. But I'm gonna get into that anyway, so I'm gonna read what some of them might mean, so you might have to bear with me a minute while I sort of like stop and take a breather and think. But it says here, yoga practice is well known to calm and center and strengthen both body and mind. Well, I knew that through meditation. So I started doing meditation, and I went into yoga, and I saw people on YouTube doing yoga, and I said, and it made them look peaceful, you know. So it says here, so when it comes to yoga for menstruation, it can benefit and balance your menstrual and ease menstrual cramps. It can even balance your mood. So, just checking that. Yeah, it can balance your moods. There's one on here that I like doing for period cramps, and that is the cobra, but it's not in this one. Some of the positions also helps with period cramping. In this wellness care blog, it says they've carefully chosen the positions, so I would say, I mean, I have tried these positions and they do help a lot, but exercising as well helps a lot as well. I've started jogging on my period now, which I never used to like to do. But I've started jogging on my period now, and to be honest, I've just finished the and it was a lot easier because I was doing my jogging as well. It was a lot easier this month, being I've stretched, I've done light jogging and stuff like that, and my period felt a lot easier. So the positions that they've chosen will help relax. They're done in their yoga classes, but I think I shall read up on the poses now and give you some info. Right, so downward dog pose. Sorry if I don't look at the camera at this point because I'm reading out the book. It says here, a classic pose amongst yogas. The downward facing dog has many benefits. It strengthens and stretches as well as calms your mind. Downward dog also helps to relieve menstrual pain. Standing on your hands and knees and lifting your knees on the exhale. Lift your hips towards the sky and stretch your heels, shoulders. So stretch. So basically they're getting you into a kind of V shape. I will show you this in a minute. Don't worry if your heels do not touch the floor. Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't. But you get a nice stretch in your legs as well as your torso and stuff like that. Stay in this position for several breaths and let your cramping tummy relax, focusing on deep breaths and not falling over. Which the downward dog, when I naturally started doing the downward dog, I didn't actually fall over. So I don't know. Downward dog is a great pose during yoga, but don't worry, it is feeling quite intense to begin with. Practice will soon help. It is easier to move into this position as part of the sun salutations if you have slightly longer to practice. And it is great in the morning to set you up for the day, which is true, which is absolutely true. I love doing yoga in the morning. If I'm not feeling up, say if I have got a heavy period and I really don't fancy going for that run, and I really don't fancy going to the gym or doing my weights or doing a bit of Zumba or something like that, light yoga really does help, and it makes you feel great as well. The endorphins it has rushing through your body is unbelievable. Right, so then we're going to go on to the child pose. Now those two poses I can do, so when I'm doing those poses you won't get a laugh out of that bit. It's when I'm going to do the camel, the bow and the reclining, the goddess, you're going to laugh at me, because I can't get into them. I've tried getting into them, I can't get into them properly. Right, so the child's pose, I love this pose. It is such a relaxing pose, and they said in here it's a nice relaxing pose as well. So the child pose is a nice resting pose that can follow the downward facing dog. Yes, it can. I've tried it. It relaxes and helps, especially with lower back pain. Yes, again, because when don't know about you ladies, I was going to say guys, but ladies, when I'm on my period, I get a stomach pain, but it goes across my back as well. So it's like my legs and my stomach are separate from each other. So that's the kind of pain I get. Anyway, kneel on the floor so that your big toe touches with your knees. Widen your sit on your your bum on your heels. Exhale deeply and lay on your torso with your arms stretched out in front. Rest your forehead on the ground so it stretches your neck. And it stay in the position. This pose does not require much strength and can easily be done in between a busy routine or a few minutes between Netflix episodes. Yes, I have done that. Remember to breathe deeply and relax into the pose, which I can do. I love that pose. I can stay in that pose for a long time. And I must admit, in the summer, I love doing it outside, because I'll go out in my back garden where there's loads of grass, and I'll do it on the grass with I can do it on the grass with no shoes. Yeah. So what I do is I ground myself by putting my feet on the grass with no shoes. I put myself into the stretch, I know they say you don't have to stretch too much, but I love having my arms outstretched in this position. And when I put my forehead onto the grass, I love smelling. And you're going to think I'm a weirdo, but I just like smelling the freshness of the grass and the earth. And it calms me down. And it also soothes. Soothes? Soothes. Get my teeth in. Soothes my stomach pain as well. So yeah, when I was a little girl and I used to get car sick, and I thought I was going to be sick, if there was a bit where we could drive, a drive-verge bit where we could drive into, and there was a little bit of grass, I used to bury my head in the grass because it used to soothe me feeling sick. Is that just me, or have you guys done that? I don't know what it is about grass, fresh grass, especially fresh grass being cut, yeah, but it absolutely soothes when I'm feeling ill. Let me know in the comment bit below whether you've actually sort of like just put your forehead on grass and smelt the freshness of it, and has it relieved any pain or any sickness? Just let me know. Right, now it's the camel pose. I have tried this and yes. I've just read this, what I'm now going to read to you, and I'll try it on when I film it. I will try it, but I think you'll get a good laugh out of it because it does kind of test your strength of your stomach area. The camel pose is slightly more demanding. This is an effective cramp relieving stretching pose which engages the lower stomach and the pelvis muscles. Yeah, it does. The pose also works to reduce anxiety and re-energize. Kneeling on the floor with your knees hip width apart, lean back and try to reach your feet. Don't worry if you cannot reach them at first. I can't. So this is why I'm saying it's going to be a laugh to see me actually try and do this. Don't worry if you can't at first touch your feet. Just start with your palms on your lower back, fingers towards your bottom. They say bum, but I say bottom. And work your way down over time. Inhale and lift your chest, leaning against your shoulder blades. If you want, you can carefully drop your head down and stay in this pose for up to 1 minute. I will not be able to stay in that pose for up to 1 minute. I'll have to work my way up, because if you try it or you have done it, you're going to be aching afterwards, or your stomach will be aching. But I tell you what, I bet you it leaves the cramps though. Because when I was doing the cobra one, I felt exactly the same way, but I can do the cobra one now. But I felt exactly the same way, and I did it on when my cramping was that severe. So I'd done a cobra move where I really pulled on my stomach muscles and my pelvis muscles and stuff like that. So I'd done that for about a minute. And what a relief I got afterwards. Afterwards I was sort of like, breathe. So yeah. Anyway, off on a tangent, but we get back again. After this, you can go back to the child pose and counteract intense back bend. So basically, once you've done this pose, to counteract the bend in your back, you have to go back to the child pose. Now, I didn't know this, so now any movements that I do that might thingy, I may go back to the child pose just to reduce the tension and get back into thingy. So I might incorporate that in some of my in some of my stuff now. So, and we've just got 2 more to go. That is the bow and the Reclining Goddess. Now, I think I'm going to like the Reclining Goddess, but we'll see. Right, the bow pose, which I have tried, and ow. When I first did it, it was an ow moment, but what it says in here, I did get some sense of relief from. The bow pose is another back bending position that can help with period pain. It stimulates the productive organs and gives you a good stretch while strengthening your back. Lie on your belly and bend your knees so you can reach your ankles while keeping the knees no more than hip width apart. That's hard. If you cannot reach them, you can use a strap and ensure you keep your arms straight. Now, I didn't do it with a strap when I first done this. I tried to do it. I can do it, but I have to let go straight away. So maybe I need to start with the strap. I'll have to find something to adapt with a strap or something. So I might use a strap because it hurts a little, but then you do feel relief afterwards. On the inhale, lift your thighs and chest, paying attention to lifting them the same height and to the same level. Remember to keep breathing. It is easy to forget when concentrating and stay in this position for up to 30 seconds. Well, I can't even stay in this position for 1 second, let alone 30 seconds. But I'm going to try. Before you slowly release on the exhale. This is an energizing pose and can be good boosting during the day if you are feeling lethargic or uncomfortable at work or home. Now, I've done a lot of stuff like that where in the mornings I really don't feel like doing anything. But once I've gone for that run, or once I've done that yoga pose, or once I've got some dumbbells in my hands and done some weight training or some Zumba, yeah, even light movement can energize you. And I did try that one day in the evening time when Ian was going to bed. I did try it, and it did energize me, give me a slight boost of energy. And I was thinking, oh, I don't need energy right now, I need to go to bed. So yeah, I'll try that one out for you. And I think what I might do is I might incorporate these poses into my yoga routine. With each pose though that I find hard, I might put the child pose in between each one just to give me that little break. So yeah, we go on to the Reclining Goddess. Now this sounds like an absolutely glorious pose. I'll just read it and you'll understand what I mean as soon as it. I mean, they start with So the Reclining Goddess, perfect for what you are getting calm and comfortable, ready for your bed. A relaxing favourite amongst the natural care team. I agree with them. It's a relaxing position. You don't have to do much, just lie there in the pose, This is a restorative pose which opens and gains the stimulation of your organs. It can easily be done in bed, even better with a hot water bottle on your belly. I'm going to try that. Next time I have a really bad period pain, I'm going to try that. Because when I'm on my period, my legs seems to want to flail everywhere. I don't know as you as women do that, but me, when I'm in bad pain, I don't want to cramp up. I want to open up, and that means my legs will flail open. So yeah, I want to try that one then. Lie on your back, angle your knees, and put your feet together. Knees fall either side. Place your arms next to your body, palms facing upwards, and breathe. You can stay like this from anything to 1 minute to 10. It is important to be comfortable and supported. Comfortable, so support your head from underneath if needed, and don't focus your knees towards the floor. This way you can relax your body and soul like a menstruating goddess you truly are. Well, I think I'm going to like the reclining goddess, especially if I am on a period. Purely because you're in pain. If you don't feel like doing the exercises or the yoga poses or stuff like that, I get it, I do. I usually do some of these poses, like I said, I do the downward dog and the child pose, and I do them before a period, and I do them sometimes after a period, and they really do help. I think the reclining goddess will help while you're on your period. So yeah, the other two I'm going to try out probably next month, and if they work, I'll probably do a little update in March or something and let you know when they work or not, or whenever I do them, if I do them, because you know what I'm like. And I will let you know how it feels. So unless any of you know how it feels, then pop a comment down below, and also pop a comment down below if there's any other yoga poses that helps with easing period pains. I know I like the cobra pose, and I might pop that pose up and that. But yeah, so that is the 5 yoga poses to ease period pains. So ladies, if you like hearing about this, then thumbs up, click my notification bell on all, then you'll be notified at all times when I upload, and hit that subscribe button. So see you later.